So I'm sending this. Okay. Tom, do you have any questions, or are you being able to speak? Do you have your microphone or you don't? At this point, I don't see you have your microphone. But if you're going to try to set it up or something like that, we'll wait for a minute. Or if not, you can just type your questions or any kind of comments in the chat box, and I'll show you. The chat box is over here on the right corner, lower bottom. If you see that purple chevron kind of icon in the middle of the purple image, and you can actually click on that to expand it. Once you expand that, you'll see the first icon is like a blurb. That's a chat. Great. And right at this point, we only have 2 people, include me, or be 3. And so I'm going to go ahead, show you a course that has assignments in it, so I can go through process. And if you want to follow me along, go ahead and open up one of your own course and can create an assignment at the same time. Okay. So give me a second to go and get this thing set up and share. So I'm getting into a course, a Blackboard course that's of my own, and actually is let me bring my course manual up from here. Okay. So in this workshop, let me see if you actually can see. Okay, you can see my screen pretty well. That's very good. In this workshop, you can see we're going to go through a couple of learning objects pasted in on this page. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger for you. So we're going to describe different types of Blackboard assignments. Then we're going to create an assignment. We're going to associate rubric with this assignment, and then we're going to grade an assignment. Then last, I'll explain what my grades look like for your students. Okay, great. Any questions so far? You have 2 ways to ask questions. One is to type in the chat. The other thing is you can raise your hand if you have a mic, and then I can just let you talk. Hello, Rhonda. Welcome to the session. So that's what we're going to do in this session. Basically, everything about assignment in Blackboard. So when I say assignment tool, it means in Blackboard there are several assignment tools. You can always collect an assignment in the classroom and create a grade column. That way you are not using the assignment tool. The point of using the assignment tool is to be able to have to let students submit in Blackboard, and you can grade in Blackboard. You don't need to keep the pile of paper. Student can retrieve their graded assignments in Blackboard. So it's a convenient efficiency and everything in between. So it's a very good tool to use. All right. Okay, so next. I'm going to this link on a course that's for showing purposes. Now, there are a few kinds of assignments in Blackboard. One second, I'm actually, okay, hold on. I just, and you can see here, there's essay. That's just a generic assignment. If you have lab reports, you want students to do field study reports, movie reviews, these are all actually assignment in terms of assignments type, it's essay because they're writing assignments. And the next thing is discussion forums. So student can interact and collaborate over there. So that's, I believe everyone know pretty well what in discussion is. It's like classroom discussion, people respond to each other. You can prompt a question. And the other type in Blackboard, I'm going to show you here in the system, in Blackboard course in a minute. And it's the blog assignment, and it's a journal assignment, the wiki assignment. So these are the tools built in Blackboard for assignments, meaning you can actually have all of these as graded items. So let me go and show you where things are first. In terms of creating an assignment, I'm right now on a content page. So if you actually, hold on, I'm trying to put my screen in the right spot so I can share efficiently. Here we are in the content page. A content page will have these 4 tabs showing all the time. It's any content page you go to, and this is one where you tell that's a content page. It's build content, assessment, tools, and partner content. In order to create a essay assignment, you go to assessments and you click on assignment. If you want to create a discussion board assignment, one place to go to is tools, discussion board, a blog assignment, a journal assignment, a wiki assignment. And these are here. There are other places you can access these tools. This is just one place to access them. Let me see if, right now I'm checking on the chat board to see if there are any questions. Okay, so far so good, no questions yet. Now the next thing I want to show you is how to, well, let's first see how student access an assignment. Min SE1 is an essay assignment, and if you are a student, we just click on this link, and this is the next page. This assignment has a rubric associated with it, so you can see student can view the rubric from once they click on the assignment link. Okay, let me see if you actually see the assignment link in the rubric. You have to open this one and you don't really see it. I need to stop my sharing over here and go to a different window to show you what the rubric looks like. So once I clicked on that rubric link on the assignment page, I see this rubric. We're going to associate one just a little later. Okay, so that's the rubric, Blackboard rubric. If you want to use one, you actually need to create one, build a rubric first. Then you associate. That's the process in Blackboard. Now I'm going to switch my screen. So I clicked on this link just now and got to see that rubric page. Now let's look at what's on this page. Write submission is what your student's going to click if they want to enter text as the assignment. So you click on this, and this is the text submission area. So I'm just going to say this is my assignment. assuming this is what I need to submit, of course, and you can actually, student can type. My suggestion is if you actually have a assignments that's relatively small, you ask them to write 2 or 3 paragraphs, and you don't really have to have them submit your file, then you use the submission button. You do want to give them the instruction though, because they probably first time they will not know. So you need to tell them you want them to enter text in the assignment. You want to tell them to click on this write submission button. They can also submit their assignment by Browse My Computer. They can do both. Typically, if you ask them, if you don't say anything, I think they can do both. If you yourself have a choice, have a preference, you want to tell them either say write submission or use my Browse Computer to attach their assignment. So I'm now going to just cancel this, because when they are done with assignment, they do the submit button and the assignment will be submitted. Okay, just let me do, actually, since I'm an instructor over here, so really this won't do me any good, even if I submit it, because I'm an instructor in this course. So I'll cancel this out, and we'll be able to see a submission later on. So that's essay. And course project, you can see this is same icons over here. They're exactly the same icon. It's the same type of assignment. I just named it course project. One thing I want to mention to you is if you have a course project, and sometimes I do see classes have a course project that's pretty big. And if you want to attach an instruction rather than writing instructions in this field, like this is the instruction in this area, and if you want to write more than something like a few sentences, or a few very brief paragraphs, you have 2 pages of instruction, and then you can attach your instructions. Now this here, I'm going back. When you want to attach an instruction, here is the icon for you to edit an existing assignment. So click on this gray arrow, gray circle with an arrow in it, and click on edit. So this is where you edit your assignment, and we're going to come back and create one. Basically it's the same page, but it's named create assignment. And here you can do go to Browse My Computer and attach a document that student can read, and your assignment can be based on that. This is editing the assignment, has nothing to do with the student submission. Okay, we'll come back to that in a little bit. So I'm cancel this out. Is everyone okay so far? Give me, if you can give me, go to this my settings area. Okay, thank you, Tom. If you can give me some feedback from using this little person icon on the bottom. There's a happy, sad, surprised, confused, faster, slower, disagree, agree. Anytime you need to give a feedback, go over here and then go there and give me a feedback. If I'm going too fast, you can tell me that too, or too slow, you can tell me that too, by giving me some feedback, so I know. Okay, thank you very much. Now the next assignment I want to show you is discussion forum. Here, this icon shows that's a link. It's a link to the discussion board. You can see over in the course, I have a discussion link on the course menu. And this one, if your course shell doesn't have a discussion board link, you actually need to create one. So there are 2 reasons there are actually a good reason to create one. If you have 5 or 10 discussion forums for the semester. For example, you have maybe you have 5 units, maybe you have 4 units, and each unit has has a discussion forum student need to do. And some classes, for each unit, they have more than one discussions they need to they need to do work. So if that's the case, you do want a link on the board, on the course menu, it's actually just a shortcut to get to it. And so if I click on this, you can see. All right. You won't have this one in your course because this is, so this is the forums. And I have 2 forums over here. If you have 10, it's going to be here too. So it's a shortcut to all the forums right here. This discussion board link is the shortcut to all the forums. And the other link, of course, is here. I'll just say so that it won't pop it to me. So the other way to access discussion board is, of course, like I was in assignment, right? And this is the link to the discussion board. If you only have one discussion board, discussion forum, for example, your whole class is really not discussion based. Maybe you have 1 or 2 forums. One of them is icebreaker. The other one is an open discussion forum for people to ask each other questions or for you to respond to their questions, or you have another forum that's something like a social for social purposes, like a cooler area, or a cafe area. That would be an open forum. So altogether, you just have 3 because your class is not discussion heavy. And then you want to create a discussion board over here, just have those 3. On the other hand, if you only have 1, you probably don't need a discussion board link over here. You can just have it in the specific place you want student to do that. Give me a second. Excuse me. The room I'm in, it's dry, so I actually sort of need to cough a little bit. I'm not having a cold or anything, but the room is dry. Once I'm in here, from time to time, I need to cough a little. At any hand, at any at any time, we're going to be, let's see. I need to, what I did just now is actually silenced my microphone. And right now I'm not sharing my video. So this is one thing you want to do too. If you are in a collaborative session, then you want to, there's something you need to step away and you need to kind of watch out to kind of silence your video for a little bit. At any rate, I'm going back to our discussion board link over here. So that's just a course link if you see the icon. And now next assignment is class wiki. I haven't really put a journal assignment here, and I haven't put a blog assignment here because they pretty much work the same. It's just the interface is a little different, but once you click the tool, the setting up is pretty much the same. So let me just open this one and for you to see what it looks like. Okay, it's coming. Yeah, I'm using a wiki, a class wiki, to actually for a sign up sheet. I have a student to do their presentations, so I'm actually putting just created a wiki page so that they can sign up. The point of having a wiki page is actually collaboration, meaning one document, everybody can work on it, right? So the students in this class can come here and enter a wiki and enter any text in the wiki. So this is what they can do. For this purpose, I just wanted them to enter their name, enter a date, and put their topic and put their name. So I know they're going to be available at this time, and this is the time I'm available to have the virtual meeting with them online. This is for that purpose. And your wiki assignment, of course, can be different because you don't have to have this table over here. You can have just a blank page, and people can start to work, use the different tools in here. All right. Okay. Going back to assignments page. Before we create an assignment, I want to go take you to the Grade Center and take a look at the assignments in terms of types of assignments, where if you have created different ones, if you're very familiar with them, you're going to be familiar with the icons. But if you want to see where they are, the names of those, you can go to for Grade Center, go to Manage tab, and go to column organization. So this is a vertical view of the Grade Center. And when you actually have these one pulled up, you'll see the category of your assignments are here. Every Grade Center comes with a total grade column. So it's just calculated grade. And my assignment, one of them has no category. Another one has the category as assignment, and another one's a discussion. Forum is a discussion, and forum it's a discussion. So those are the two forums in the discussion board. And there's a wiki. This is the wiki assignment. And I have a course project assignment. That's an essay assignment, but I didn't really categorize it for purposes. So because I want to show the default, if you create a column, then the default is no category unless you assign one. If you use the assignment tool to create an assignment, you actually have the category for the assignment automated made for you. You don't really need to go and select a category. Right. What's the point of knowing category? It's going to be important for you if you want to weight your grades. So another place I want to show you is another place for you to see what is in what. A good place to go and see. Now, for this class, you can see I have assignment category. I only have one essays in this category, and I have two forms in the discussion category. The journal, as you saw before, I didn't categorize it, so it's not listed. Well, sorry, I was saying. Never mind, I take that back because I don't have a journal assignment. And wiki assignment is class wiki, and the temp one is a wiki too. So that's the two assignments that's categorized as wiki over here. So this is the information for now, unless you need to do, when you need to want to weight your grades, those things will be helpful. Let's go back to our assignments page. Now I'm going to create an assignment. So if you're in your own course and follow me to say, by the way, this is a content page. Although I call it assignments, it's a content page. How did I create a content page? I go to this corner and the pop-up window gives me content area. So I create a content area and named it assignment, and every assignment can go in here. So that's just a page, a content page. Now let's create an assignment. Okay, any questions so far? You're pretty quiet. I guess everything's fine. Okay, Rhonda, please go ahead. Are you in chat or you're going to use your mic? Okay.
Okay, I'm here. Can you hear me now? Hello? Can you hear me?
We're ready to hear you, Rhonda, if you have your mic.
Okay, I have my mic. Can you hear me?
Okay.
You can hear me?
You have trouble with your mic?
I think I am.
Go and see on the bottom of your screen, see if your mic has one line on it. Click on it to enable your mic.
Okay, have it.
Or you can, if you still have trouble, just go and type your question in the chat. When you're ready, I will address your question.
Okay.
So I'm going to create an assignment with you right now. I'm going to assessments. I'm going to assignment. Click on that, and we're getting into the create assignment page. Okay, so this is the page. I think I need to make this one. Someone made this one a little small. Okay. Now this, I would say, okay, assignments. Or you can. So you must title give the assignment a name. Let's see. How about I just say essay 2, so I'm not having the same name as another assignment over there. And I say this is an essay assignment. You want to give me instructions. I'm just saying, doing this for the training session. So here you want to give some instructions. It's not a must. What is must is any field that has this orange star. Then you have to enter a value. Otherwise, the page will not let you proceed. Okay, so next section is I can actually, again, browse my computer and attach a document that or spell out all the instructions if the instructions are pretty long. Otherwise, you can copy paste your Word document in this window. You don't really have to attach a document, but if you choose to attach a document, that's the link. Hello, Diane. Welcome to the session.
Hello, sorry I'm late.
Next section is due dates. You can just select the calendar and then select the time. Okay, you don't have to do it. Okay, this has an orange star again, so I need to put some points in here. So let's say I'm just going to put 25 over there. Now this is place you can add a rubric. So if you have rubrics in the course already, you can select the rubric. If you don't have one, you can create a new rubric here. You can also create from an existing rubric, meaning you can use a existing rubric and then you can go to modify it. So let's see, I have a rubrics in this course already. I know that. I'm going to select one. So here there are 2 rubrics, and one is discussion rubric, and the other one is a rubric for essay, journal, and blog assignments. I'm going to choose this one since I'm actually just giving another essay assignment. So once I select this one, all I need to do is submit. And the points actually for that rubric, I think it's 20. So I need to have it in match. Click OK. So I'm gonna accept the rubric's maximum points rather than what I entered. So that's 20 points. Now this is the screen that shows a rubric is already associated. What do you want? If you want to remove this, I happen to select the wrong one. You can click on this to remove it. You do want to show this to the students, so I'm going to say yes over here. And I do want to use the rubric for grading. Okay, so I don't really need to make any choices here. Or you can use it for secondary evaluation, which is not what I want. On the create assignment page, there are other options over here. The other options will be submission details. You can read through this and take a look at that. It will be, you can do the individual submission, you can even be a group submission, portfolio submission, and you can give a student number of attempts, the options for that. They don't, if you say, well, do it twice, and I count the second time. If it's an essay, they need to revise it, and you give them an opportunity. That will be the options. And then plagiarism tools, it's a safer sign. I understand it's not the best tool out there in the world, but it comes with Blackboard. It does give you a report. You get some idea if a student really just copied someone else's whole paragraph, and also if they just copied something from the internet, it actually does tell you that. So, but if you want to do that, you want to use this feature, you do need to check this box before you give out the assignment. Afterwards, retrospect, it's not going to help. So you need to Select this one beforehand. Now, grade options here. Go ahead, Rhonda.
Okay, hello. I was hoping that you can hear me now.
Let's see if you type any questions in the chat, and I don't see your questions in the chat. I can't quite hear you if you're actually trying to talk.
Okay, can you read?
Yeah. We can't hear you.
Okay,
I can't hear you.
okay.
So if that's the case, please enter your question in the chat.
Okay.
So grade options. Typically, this is not okay. Yes, if you select this, actually they are giving a message. They're telling them, and that alone probably helps too. To answer Tom's question, will students be aware that a safe assign is on? Yes. Now grading options, typically it's not used here, but you can select to say I don't want to any of my bias influence me, and you can select enable anonymous grading. Okay, so let's see. We have display of grades. You can primary score, that's a default. You can actually select a secondary display. Secondary display though doesn't really show to the student. You can see it in the grade center. So you can select the score and you can see percentages. So you'll see the percentage. This one is a default. Typically, you don't need to do that if you are if you have a graded item. Unless you want your assignments to be not counted in the grading center, you uncheck this. There's another place you can do that and show students in my grades. You want to show to the student in my grades. If you don't want to, then uncheck. So typically these are collapsed. These menus are collapsed and they're not really changing much by most people. But they're useful. Make the assignments available to students is a default. If you're not ready, you're still setting it up and you don't want to make it available, uncheck it. And you can limit availability by setting the dates here, when it's going to be available, when it's going to end. So after a certain day, you don't want students to access the assignment at all. You check those boxes and select your time, select the dates and time. So I'm submitting this assignment. Anyone is anyone following me in their own course and creating an assignment? Are you successful? It's pretty straightforward. It's not hard. So it's just like you need to know where things are. That's it. So I've created an SA2 assignment right here. Now let's go and see how to create a discussion assignment. This is my discussion board. I can go through the discussion board from here. I can go to the discussion board in my assignments because I just create a link over there. So either way is fine. If they, you need to set up an assignment like I did just now in Blackboard in order to have them submit to Blackboard. Otherwise, if they actually give an assignment from textbook to work on, you need to have them submitted through Blackboard for you to be able to grade. I don't know if that answers your question. If you're saying like a textbook publisher's side, they work over there. For example, if you have assignments in Pearson, and you can use a publisher tool to integrate your Pearson assignments into your course, and then the grade center columns are actually populated. So when they're done over there, when they finish their assignments over there in Blackboard, it's gonna the grade center will reflect their work. But if you're saying they have assignments from their textbook and a paper textbook, you collect them, then that's a whole different story. That's the point of actually creating an assignment in Blackboard so they actually can submit over here. Did I answer your question? So I'm going to discussion board. And either way you get there, you can create a forum. So Rhonda's question is, so if they do work, get their assignments from the textbook, can they scan or send via Blackboard? Yes, they can. You're gonna if they scan, it's gonna be image. Yes, they can submit image, just like a attachment, a regular attachment file, and you'll be able to read it, see it, but you won't be able to. You can mark on it. I'll show that part, the grading part, a little later. Okay, so that's good. Keep asking a question in the chat if you'd like to, or just speak up. All right, so here, that's another topic. Maybe I can show you at the end, Rhonda, if that's okay. Your publisher's representative will be the best person to contact in terms of details, but I'll show you where the tools are in Blackboard. Okay, so now let's go and create a discussion forum. This is the link, the button to create forum. And so let's say this is forum 3. And of course, I'm going to give my question prompts here. So what they need to do, what the questions are, your expectations. Do they have a word limit, or estimates 300 to 500 or pages or something like that? You will want to put it here. Now I'm making this available, so I'll just say something really not very meaningful here for now. And I can enter date and time, restrictions. Here is a standard view. Standard view meaning you can, student can respond to other people at any time. They don't have to post their own work before they view other people's work. So that's a standard view, and it's a default. If you do not like that, you want student to post their own work before they read other people's posts, then you want to select the second one. Participant must create a thread in order to view other threads in this forum. You select that one. And there's explanations how that works over here. Now, you can have a discussion forum that's not graded. And I put in my course, such as, a water cooler. It's not a grading forum, so I just leave it alone. But if it's a graded discussion forum, you want to select this one, and you have a couple of things to go to select. One is specific set of options enabled. All right, that's fine. Grade forum points possible. I need to put some points in here. And I'm going to show participants in need grading after one post. So this option meaning if a student replied to other people, they created an initial post, or they didn't really even post their own initial post, they just respond someone, you will see a orange icon in the grade center, which means need grading. If you select 2 of these, and then they wait for 2, the system will wait for 2 posts before they give you this prompt. So it's good and bad, and see how you choose it. If you actually have 1, the default here, which means you're going to receive this prompt just after 1. You can, if you say, I know it's 2, so you can ignore it, but at least you know some a student is already posted 1 time. Otherwise, the system is not going to prompt you. You don't even know they did 1 time, but they didn't do the second time. Now due date again. And you can add a rubric for the discussion board forum. That's the same process as we went through in creating an assignment. Now, forum alignments, these options, you can just look through them and see if you want to change any. I typically just leave this as a default. So this one, let's see if I have any. Allow members to subscribe form, include body of the. So the default, generally speaking, is good for me. So I leave them alone. But you can read through this and to see, for example, allow author to delete their own post. This really, well, it's not available in our system right now. Okay, so I was thinking about another one here. Actually, this one used to be available, so I don't really know exactly why. Oh, I'm showing here, maybe in this course. I'm not in this course right now, so that's why they grayed out. Otherwise, this allow author to edit on published posts already set up to say, you can select those. I'm sharing another course over here, and so I'm actually probably don't have the time to really go and change things over there. So let's see. All right, so this is discussion forum. I'm going to submit this. You can see the third discussion forum is actually created. Now you probably have the question, how am I going to have students respond this? So on the student side, they come to the discussion board, they click on the link to the forum. And here I already have a few posts over here. If it's blank, like this one over here, like the form 3, it's blank right now. It's just a blank page. Actually, it's confusing to the students. So first time when you have a discussion forum exercise, for example, self-introduction, any icebreaker kind of activity, you want to give student the instruction, say, you need to click create a thread to start a thread. So I'm going to create a thread, and I'll just say, hello, class, or hello, everyone. And then I'm going to introduce myself. I am, independent, so things like that. You actually don't. Okay, maybe I should make a difference here because it's not really meaningful to say I am who. Once you post your work, the name is next to it. So all right. Now I can attach a file. I can attach an image. I can do put everything other things in here by browse my computer. And also this is a full text editor too. So you can see you can actually embed a video. You can add an image to it. You can attach a document. You can do a bunch of things over here because of these tools that's available. So I just post my it's a thread. So I create a thread and I post it in forum 3. Any questions about this so far? Are we all good? Okay. That's the discussion forum, forum 3. Now, once I create this forum 3, we were in Full Grade Center before. Now, if you can go and look at that, we have the forum 3 column right here. So I didn't create this column because I used the discussion board assignment tool, and then the grade column is created. And if you actually mouse over this, you'll see the points. I put it over here. It's here in this area. So once I mouse over it, I see the very quick information for this column. All right, let's go back. That's pretty much what I have in the plan in terms of creating 2 assignments. Next thing we're going to go and we're going to see how to grade an assignment. I go to Full Grade Center. You can also go to needs grading if you actually don't want to see other things. So I have 2 assignments over here for that purpose. So this is the needs grading page, and this will be the Full Grade Center. And in Full Grade Center, you can see there are 2 assignments that's submitted, and there's one that's already graded, and another one sort of graded. Okay, what I want to show you though, okay, so I'll come to the chat in a little bit. What I want to show you is once a student have a submission, you mouse over this cell and put your mouse over, click on this down arrow, the chevron, and select attempt. Once you select this one, you can see this submission is just text. So the student used some write submission. Use that option. What I do is I just give a, give a points and give a feedback here. This work is not, this work needs improvement, something like that. I mean, of course, it's going to be more meaningful if for real grading. And then I'm going to submit. Since I'm an instructor over here, this is really not going to put anything into the course because this is actually just a preview. So that's when it's not doing anything because I'm an instructor here. I'll show you what happens a little later. But this is where you're going to go. You go to grade user activity for this kind of menu column, and you go to attempt for a student submission. The reason I have this one as well is I want to show you this attempt is using an attachment. So this submission, the student attached the file. And when the student attached file, the attached file is here, it's on this in this area. And a tool that's called Box shows up. It's inline grading tool. It's a very simple one, but you can do something with it. It's a pencil and comment. So if I have the pencil here, I want to point out, I want to draw something on this page, and you can say I can save this, and this drawing is going to be on the page. So what I'm going to do is you say, okay, this is where I want. Okay, I can't really draw a straight line, so I'm not very good, but I'm drawing a little bit slower, and I say, okay, this is the area I want to comment. Then I'm going to save this area. I have another place I can show you this, and so maybe I will not save it. Well, doesn't really matter. Now I'm going to go. Let me save this. Okay, so I'm going to go this tool. I say done. I marked the things out. I'm going to go this tool and say, okay, I want to make a comment. You can see there's a previous comment. So here, I see this work. This work something, right? And this work. Well, sorry. I'm not a very sorry. Not trying to be a strict teacher just for the sake of typing any kind of text. So I'm cancel this one. You can this see, you can see the comment is right over here. So I can trash this if you want to. Now I'm going to give this student 3 points maybe. Okay, it's because it's 5 points. And any feedback over here will be, okay, let's try again. I'm trying again because I'm not doing, okay. At any rate, and submit. Again, this actually will, because I am, you can see on the top over here, it's a pre-user attempt. So this attempt will not be saved. So the grading doesn't really mean too much either. Okay, I'm leaving the page. In real situation, you go towards the bottom over here, you submit. Okay. Or I just submit. Okay, let's do that. Because I'm a pre-user, I actually gave me a point. Grading myself as a pre-user. Actually, no, it's this one actually here. So it did take effect. Okay, so I guess I was not correct over there. If a pre-user grading a pre-user, actually will say, you will see the real result over here. Now, what I want to see, let me look at the time. The next thing I want to show you is my students' view. So over here, you can see my grades. There's not much you can see because I'm the instructor over here and I haven't submitted anything, right? It's just all the assignments in this course and none of them will be graded. So let me see if I can go to a correct place for you to see the student side of a graded work. Give me a second to go to the right place for this one. Okay. Institution. Actually, I need to log into a different place. So I need to re-log in. Let me just click on another, a different browser so that not too much confusion. So just a second. b.cod.edu. I'm logging to Blackboard. SU. Okay. So I'm going to another course as a student in order to show a real student my grades view. And this is the one. Let's see which one is this. This is the course. Okay, getting there. And hopefully I can bring this up correctly. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, so let me stop sharing this. I'm going to change my screen. Okay. I'm going to a class that I'm actually a student. And I'll show you this right over here. So my grades, you can see now here, this assignment is graded and the teacher actually has a comment. So it's 15 out of 20, but I think the comment is good job. So that's how students see your feedback. And student can see if you grade it with rubric, they can see the rubric over here too. So this is a student view of my grades. This tab is all, and this one is graded. So if you go here, only one is graded for this particular student, and it's upcoming, and the ones that's submitted. Apparently, that's the only one. So this page is blank. Very good. Thank you for your attention. This is all I plan to cover today. And if you have any other questions, if you have any questions, I'm gonna stay in this room and answer your questions. Now I'm going to go to chat and see if I have questions over here. Already set up a grade center, grade book since beginning of the semester. Will that be okay to use? Yes, of course. And Rhonda, yes, of course. What do you want to do if you have created grade columns that's manual? For example, assignment 1 used to be you collect the assignment and you enter their score. Now you want to do other assignments by using the assignment tool. So then you create those assignments with using the assignment tool. Then you don't really need the rest of the columns. If you actually create it, for example, if you create assignment 5 manually, which is just creating a column, not using the assignment tool, then you want to delete that column and then use the assignment tool to create assignment 5 so that you don't have 2 of them. Thank you. Thank you all for coming, and I'll stay here for a few minutes. If you have questions, I'll answer. Otherwise, have a great day and good luck, everyone. Thank you.
Hey, Mother.